Welcome to Home with Justin. Imagine stepping out of your back door and instantly finding yourself in a secluded woodland sanctuary, a place where the air is cooler, the light is softer, and time seems to slow down to the rhythm of nature itself. Let us begin our journey by stepping onto a path that invites us to wander rather than to march. In this first setting, we find ourselves immersed in deep, dappled shade, surrounded by a canopy of mature trees that filter the sunlight into dancing patterns of gold and green on the forest floor. The ground beneath our feet is paved with irregular, fractured flagstones. Notice how they are not laid in a tight, geometric grid. Instead, they are spaced apart, allowing velvety green moss and creeping ground covers to fill the gaps. This design choice is intentional. It softens the hardness of the stone, making the path feel as though it has been there for centuries, slowly being reclaimed by the earth. Walking along this path, we encounter a charming, rustic wooden bridge arching over a small, murmuring stream. The bridge is simple, unpainted, and weathered, blending perfectly with the trunks of the surrounding trees. It serves as a psychological threshold. Crossing a bridge, no matter how small, signifies a transition. leaving behind the worries of the mundane world and entering a space of reflection. Beneath the bridge, the stream bed is lined with smooth, round river stones, creating a textural contrast with the soft, leafy ferns that crowd the banks. These ferns are crucial to the woodland look. Their delicate, lacy fronds catch the limited light and add a sense of prehistoric lushness to the scene. To the side, a weathered stone bench sits quietly under a wooden arbor heavily laden with climbing vines. This is not just a seat, it is a destination. It invites you to stop, to sit, and to listen. The planting here is a masterclass in green on green. Instead of relying on bright, flashy flowers, the visual interest comes from the variation in leaf shapes and shades of green, from the deep emerald of the ground cover to the lime green of the summit leaves above. This monochromatic palette is incredibly restful for the eyes, reducing visual noise and promoting a state of inner calm. Continuing deeper into our sanctuary, the landscape opens up slightly to reveal a hidden clearing centered around a still, reflective pond. Here, the water acts as a mirror, doubling the beauty of the surrounding forest and pulling the sky down to the earth. The edge of the pond is naturalistic, bordered by large, moss-covered boulders that look as if they rolled there during the last ice age. The transition from land to water is softened by clumps of hostas with their broad, ribbed leaves, which contrast beautifully with the fine texture of the ferns we saw earlier. We see a series of wide, shallow stone steps leading down towards the water's edge. These steps are not steep, they are designed for a leisurely descent, encouraging you to watch your footing and appreciate the small details. A blooming lily pad, a dragonfly hovering over the water, or the way the moss creeps over the stone risers. The path here is a mosaic of large flagstones, creating a stable yet organic surface that meanders through the landscape. A fascinating detail in this scene is the rusted iron fence section standing amidst the greenery. It serves no barrier purpose, instead, it acts as a piece of sculpture, adding a touch of history and nostalgia. It suggests a story, perhaps of an old estate that once stood here, adding a layer of romantic mystery to the garden. Wooden benches are placed strategically at the water's edge, offering a front-row seat to the stillness. This setting teaches us the value of negative space in a garden. The open water provides a void that balances the density of the surrounding trees, giving the eye a place to rest. The path here changes character slightly. Instead of a continuous stone surface, we see stepping stones set directly into a lush carpet of grass. This invites us to walk barefoot, to feel the cool grass and the warm stone, physically grounding us to the earth. Overhead, the graceful branches of a weeping willow tree sweep low, creating a living curtain that sways in the breeze. The willow is the quintessential waterside tree, its form echoing the fluidity of the stream. Hanging from one of the branches is a simple wooden birdhouse. This small addition speaks volumes. It signals that this garden is a shared habitat, a sanctuary not just for humans but for the winged creatures as well. Watching birds flit back and forth adds a dynamic, joyful energy to the space. Along the banks, we see clusters of blue hydrangeas. Their vibrant blue blooms provide a stunning pop of color against the pervasive green, echoing the color of the sky reflected in the water. This touch of blue is cool and calming, maintaining the serene atmosphere while adding visual excitement. As we look back on these three variations of the woodland garden, we realize that true luxury in landscaping is not about manicured perfection or rigid symmetry. It is about the luxury of escape. It is about creating a space that feels timeless, where nature is allowed to be a little wild, a little overgrown, and infinitely welcoming. Whether through the mossy stones of a hidden path, the reflective silence of a pond, or the cheerful bubbling of a brook, these elements work together to lower our heart rates and lift our spirits. By embracing shade, stone, and water, you can transform even a small corner of your property into a forest retreat.